Hello, everyone! So today, we're going to take a look at the Transformers timelines, Hearts of Steel, Optimus Prime, and Starscream. So I actually got these figures for a couple of weeks now, and I've been messing around with them pretty much ever since. They're really fun to mess around with. But of course, before we start, we will look at the box. Let me put Starscream and Optimus to the side first. Now, the box is very different. This is a Timelines box. As you can see, we have Optimus Prime and Starscream. This is from the Hearts of Steel line. This is basically from the... I don't know what era it is, but from probably 1800s or 1700s when a lot of irony stuff was going on. During Da Vinci's time, I think. And a lot of locomotive stuff. Oh, by the way, what's something special about this is fully embossed, like you can feel it, and I think you can see it through the lighting. One side has the Decepticon logo. The back shows Optimus Prime, Starscream, and their alt modes. Optimus Prime is a locomotive, at least the head of a train, and Starscream would transform into a... I don't know what kind of jet it is, but it looks something like the designs of Da Vinci back in the day. By the way, it says 18 steps for Starscream, 19 for Optimus. And on the other side is actually an Autobot logo. And this is actually just a cover. If you remove the sleeve, this is a sleeve, sorry, not a cover. Remove the sleeve, let me get that to the side first. It will show you this wonderful book-like box. So it should have Optimus Prime here on this one side and Starscream on the other. What's really nice about this is that you cannot open one and keep the other unboxed if you want to get the accessories and the manual, because if I remember correctly, Optimus' side had the manual while Starscream's side had the accessories, so you have to open both. But it looks really cool, looks really nice, looks really irony like back in the day. So let's get that out of the way so that we can focus on the figures. Now, these are two deluxe class figures. As you can see, Optimus Prime right here is pretty small, along with Starscream. Now, closer look at Optimus Prime. His face sculpt, head sculpt, looks really amazing. I love the details they put in there. Like, you can see the bolts, like this tiny circles right there, is all over the body, like things from back in the day, from the 1800s, I think. So as you can see, even his ears, their antenna, they look like the... what do you call this? I don't know what you call it, but the top of the train where the smoke comes out kind of looks like that. And he even has the grill of the train, and you can see this is the entire front of the train later on. His legs are pretty simple. I love the simplicity of it, and it's pretty clean. No backpack and not much hollow joints or hollow parts. This is just the hollow parts on these two, but it's not that big of a deal in my opinion. And he comes with two accessories, one gun and one shield, with the Autobot logo. Now, what I love about this, these will be incorporated in the transformation later on, which I'll show later as well. So, before I move on to Starscream, let's look at the articulation. For the head, it's on a ball joint, so it can move freely. And if I have it correctly, it's a reverse ball joint, basically. The ball is inside the neck instead of like inside of the head. The shoulders can move the full 360. They can move to the side. Oh, let me remove the shield. Can move to the side that much. There's a bicep swivel. The elbows can bend a little bit more than 90. And unfortunately, no wrist swivel. Now, there is a waist swivel right there. The legs can kick sidewards that far. Forwards just a little bit because of the back or the skirt piece. Although you can move it to make it a little bit higher. And for the back, you can only move that much. Now there is a thigh swivel. Knee bend is pretty good as well. And the toe or the feet can move downwards or tiptoe a little bit, move forwards, and of course the standard ankle pivot, although it's just so little. Now one issue I have with this guy is the shoulder tabs. They don't tab in nicely. It's easily removed. So you can see, no effort at all. Even on the other side, like, it's just kind of annoying when you're trying to pose him, but everything else is really good with this figure. The tolerances are really nice. Now, let me put the shield back in, and let's look at Starscream. Now, Starscream, according to the manual, should be displayed like this, but because my case is pretty small, my cases are pretty small, so I compress them so that it's not taking up too much space. Now, one issue that they have, or most people have with this figure, is the fact that he has this like cover in his head. But if you don't like it, this is how it's displayed in the manual, or how he is supposed to be based on the official look. Like, let me point it out. As you can see, Starscream right there has something on his head, like it has this on top of his head. But if you're bothered by it, you can just simply tab it in his back and it's completely fine. Now, again, similar to Optimus, there are a lot of like those nuts or bolts, whatever those is, those small little circular things that surround his entire body, like his body was made of those. And then the null race, I love it because it's in his forearms instead of his shoulders, so you can articulate it without moving the shoulders. And then what I don't like about this is the fact that his head has very limited motion because of the design. And basically that's my only complaint about it as well. Of course, the shoulders as well. The shoulders cannot rotate fully. At the back, he is very clean as well, although there is a gap, huge gap right there behind his legs just because of transformation. Because as you can see, obviously the feet or the heels, oops, will obviously go in like that, but still a hollow gap. So up front, he looks really amazing. All of the, what do you call this? I forgot what it's called. It's called an LSE in the Philippines. Is it still called LSE in the US or in English? I don't know. But they are all very much articulated and you can spin them around. And his legs look pretty awesome. They are pretty stable, although they look kind of skinny. And I love the addition of this in here. It looks like he can spike someone with it. But anyway, let's look at articulation. As I've mentioned earlier, the head has very limited movement because of the design. The shoulders, well, they can only move up like that. Sideways, they can pretty much do that. There is a bicep swivel or elbow swivel. Elbow is ratcheted for some reason, but it can bend pretty much up to 90. No wrist swivel as well. Now, there is no waist swivel too. Now, the legs, they can kick sidewards pretty much that far. Forwards, you need to adjust the skirt and the back piece as well. If you want to move his hips properly, move this outwards, kind of mistransform him, so that his legs can kick forwards that far and his legs can kick backwards that far. But if you transform him fully, he basically cannot move the legs forward or backwards. Now, there is a thigh swivel, knee bend, and the feet can tiptoe because of transformation, and also ankle pivots. But that is pretty much it for their articulation. Now let's do some size comparisons. So first we have Optimus Prime. Steel Series 86 Optimus Prime. As you can see, he is massive. That is a leader class, a proper leader class, next to a slightly big deluxe class figure in Optimus Prime and Starscream. And here I have the Dramatic Capture Series Starscream. Although he is as well a leader class, he is basically Voyager in scale. And as you can see, he is definitely bigger than both the Hearts of Steel figures. And I have here the 86 Bumblebee, which is a small deluxe class. So that is their scaling. By the way, I'm also planning to buy the Bumblebee and Megatron 2-pack, just needing to sell off some figures before I buy that. So yeah, that's it for my review of their robot modes and comparison too. So here we have Hearts of Steel, Optimus Prime, and Starscream in their alt modes. First thing I'll say is I love the fact that they roll really well, especially Starscream. For a plane, he rolls really well. Look at that. So, closer look. Let's start with Optimus Prime as usual. This is basically his chest piece, which is really detailed and really beautiful. This smoke, where the smoke comes out of, is actually his gun, which you can basically transform or compress the gun in order for it to become this. And Oops, that's one issue with it, is it doesn't tab in really well because the tabs here are really short, so it can be easily removed. And the shield forms this kind of roof thingy at the back, so it's a really clean terrain mode. My only one of the issues that I have is this one doesn't close properly, but it's not that big of a deal. The back looks okay. I wish they could have done something to cover this up, but it's really clean. Aside from that, look at a beautiful terrain mode or engine mode. It's really nice, really nice. And the transformation is very simple. Even underneath, it's very clean. Look at that, all of the wheels. There are 7 wheels in total, which is really nice. Especially this is the deluxe class figure. It rolls really well. It's really nice to play around with. For Starscream, here is the Da Vinci looking plane mode or jet mode. And as you can see, the null rays are still there, which I'll show you the transformation on a later video. You don't have to remove the null rays in order for you to get it when you transform him. So as you can see, this is the feet. It looks really nice. It looks like he has extra blades in there for combat. And as I've shown earlier, the propellers can actually spin around, which is really nice. And underneath, as you can see, the Decepticon logo can be seen. So when he's flying above the skies, people underneath will see that it's a Decepticon. And it's a very simple transformation too. Pretty clean, if I might say. I mean, except the hands are sticking out right there if you look at it from the back. The back is not as good looking as the front. The front looks really nice, even if the feet are sticking out like this, but really no complaints on my end, especially the fact that it rolls really well too, especially for a plane. Now, for some size comparisons, I'll just put them there. And I have here Optimus Prime. As you can see, Hearts of Steel Optimus Prime fits at the back of 86 Optimus Prime really well. In terms of like length of Starscream, he is pretty long, but face to face he is quite small. And then I have here the Dramatic Capture Series Starscream, which is really big compared to the Hearts of Steel Starscream. As you can see, here is the general size comparison. It's really big, modern jet. And of course, lastly, I have here the 86 Bumblebee, which is pretty much smaller than all of them. It looks really nice. So yeah. So final thoughts on the Transformers timelines: Hearts of Steel, Optimus Prime, and Starscream. Definitely worth the price in my opinion, especially even though they are deluxe class figures, they're made really clean, especially their robot modes. The alt mode for Optimus Prime is really clean as well, and Starscream has a little bit of a kibble like the hands and the feet, but they look good as well, and they roll really well for their alt modes. And if you're into like obscure or weird versions of your favorite characters, this is definitely worth the buy. And yeah, I highly recommend getting them. So there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe if you do. Thank you for watching, and see you guys next time. Bye bye.